No! No! My brain can't keep up. Klonoa, the Phantasy Reverie Series. Starting off with Klonoa, Daughter Phantomile, and finishing off with Klonoa 2, Lunatea's Veil. Now this platinum is extremely simple and pretty fast in the long run. It does depend on your skill level though. We simply have to complete the story and get all the collectibles. Sounds easy, right? Well, it's not all as easy as that, because step 3 is beating the challenge levels at the end of each game, and that takes a little while if you are not skillful. No offense. Now let's jump in. So as we begin, the intro for the first game sets the tone for both of these games as Klonoa finds his magical ring. It's a magical ring that shoots our best friend's wind bullets. The whole game is based around these wind bullets. Here is where we also meet our companion for the first game, Hupo. And you can also play in 2-player and use Hupo to do a support jump, which is basically a free double jump without having to grab an enemy. It's a bit of a cheese. Now something ominous comes our way, but was it all a dream? Oh no, wait, Hupo's there watching us sleep. We've only just met you, you little creep. And so our journey begins. Skipping forward now so you can actually enjoy some gameplay. Here we see something that is extremely important to us getting the platinum trophy, the collectibles. In both games there are 6 collectibles per level. In Klonoa 1 you are saving villagers by popping these bubbles, and in Klonoa 2 you are collecting Mommet dolls. Oh, that's it. The levels in this game aren't very long at all, to be honest. That's because it's based on a PlayStation 2 game. This is a remaster from way back when, and those games were probably only a few megabytes. Anyways, now we're finally at the top of this level and we're coming up to our first boss fight, and we meet the evil Gadius and his minion Joker. Now this poor KO'd damsel in distress has something on her called a moon pendant, and Gadius wants it for himself. Boss time now as we work our way to the first trophy of the game. A nice and simple hit it in the arse boss. There we go. Gadius's puppet. Defeat Rongo Lango. Now the moon pendant falls into our hands, and we discover its true nature. It can summon the Moon Kingdom. And spoiler, that's the last few levels of the game. But for now, Klonoa's grandpa has given us a mission to go see Granny in the forest. And that's where we head now. And now as we finish this level, or vision as they're called in the game, we meet someone who tells us to go to the Water Kingdom. One of the more aesthetically pleasing levels, and where we'll find our next boss fight. And you know the support jump I talked about earlier? I actually needed to use it here to get this collectible. I don't know if you could do this any other way, but it seemed like the only option, and it's the only time I had to use it. It's silly. Yes, in-game me, it is silly. Here we encounter and rescue our little fish friend, Corral. And Corral can take us to the next boss. Here we meet Seadoff, who has been turned evil by Gadius. And our new fish friend's mother has also been turned evil, and she is the boss fight along with Seadoff for this level. Now for this fight, we just have to wait for Seadoff to jump on one of these spiky balls, grab him, and then throw him at the giant fishy when she jumps across at us. Yay! Manipulated King. Vision 2 clear. Defeat evil Seadoff and evil Pamela. Now she become good. Oh, so cute. Seadoff has also been cured from whatever spell he was under, and he tells us that Granny Forlock is in danger. So now we're back in the forest. Whoa. He looks like he's gonna explode. Oh. Now it's time to make our way to the next boss, the third one of the game, and we meet Joker on the way. Well, he is the one that summons them after all. And the little buggers kidnapped Granny. All we have to do here is get above Gelg Bomb using the springs, and then throw these poor little moos right in his face. Or whatever you want to call it. It's Bulb. Oh, I actually... Yay. Nightmare Seed. Defeat Gelg Bomb. It's a shortcut, so we better get me there quicker, because I bet it won't. Oh, Hero of Forlock. Free your residents of Forlock. Now, we're about halfway through the game, smashing those bosses and making sure not to miss any collectibles along the way, no matter the cost. Oh. Worth it! I got it! Oh, finished. Finito. Oh, yeah. Oh, Hero of Breezegale as well. Free residents of Wind Village. Here we have our first encounter with potentially missable collectibles. No one wants to have to redo an entire level for a collectible they missed. These missable collectibles are really common in the second game, and I really tried my best to not miss any. But onwards and upwards. Now we're making our way back to Klonoa's grandpa before Joker can reach him. Oh no, Joker's made it here too. We were still too late. Guy's gonna Death Star laser his face. What the savage! Oh my god, that's overkill. After completely annihilating Klonoa's grandpa, Joker has stolen the moon pendant, and he sets us up for another boss battle. What the hell is that? Now we're having to face this weird facehugger / flying cobra looking thing on a rickety swinging bridge. We have to grab enemies and throw them at him once the bridge swings in range. Sometimes the perspective made it really awkward and tricky, but after a couple more attempts, it was absolutely fine. Probably the hardest boss so far though. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, 2 in 1. Yeah! Kaboom! Swooping Serpent. Defeat Palladium. Now we earned ourselves a lovely silver trophy, but it came at a cost. So sad, oh my god. Now, with impeccable timing, Pamela, that giant fish we saved earlier, flies in to take us to the next level. Oh, Hero of Jugpot. Real residents of Jugpot. Now we've been dropped off at the Sun Temple by our fish taxi. It's time to collect some shiny coloured balls. And we meet some self-proclaimed wimps, Soleil and Solaire, who tell us to go collect these 4 balls. Orbs. This is actually a really cool level as you have 4 different paths to get all the orbs, which makes this level feel less linear, and I had a lot of fun doing it. Oh no! Wow. So that happened. After dying a few more times than I may have wanted, I managed to get all 4 orbs pretty quickly, and of course pick up all the collectibles on the way. Amazing. Now the path has been opened and we can continue up the temple, and we also find out that there's apparently a solar eclipse, but this just means for us that there's going to be a nice cool mechanic for the next level. Waiting for us at the top is the High Priest, and he's kind enough to let us know that the moon gate has been opened. Oh, foreshadowing. And here's that cool mechanic I mentioned. A constant day-night cycle throughout this level that affects the stage as you go. Oh my god, a boss fight. This is where we fight Joker, and this seems to be his final form. I actually lost a lot of the recordings for this fight, so I had to take them straight from the PlayStation. We pick up the Solar Eclipse Jester trophy here for beating Joker, and we also pick up a trophy for getting all the collectibles in the Sun Temple. That's one less thing to worry about. Now it's Moon Kingdom time, and the end is in sight. We're having to use all the skills we've learned throughout our journey as we hop, skip, and jump away through the Moon Kingdom with apparently no need for oxygen. Now, some of the segments in this level are getting a little bit more challenging as they're preparing us for the extra level, which is after the story. There are also a couple of tricky timer-based puzzles. Yeah, there we go. Oh, finally. Okay, that was what I was for. You could fly all along, Klonoa? What? NANI? Now we've finally reached Gadius, our final boss, the main villain of the game. He basically wants to destroy the world at all costs, even if he's destroyed too. Now this was a very strange fight, and the mechanic of going outside the ring here is not even used at all. I went back inside the ring and never had to go outside again. It was only by accident. We have to just grab the enemies he's sending down and fling them back at him. It's not too hard at all, to be honest. It's a very easy final boss fight. This next part with the triangular laser beams did take me a little while to work out because I kept trying to grab the enemies in the middle, but you just have to destroy those green bits first.
Hey! The Dark King. Got him. Defeat Gallius. That wasn't so bad. That last phase was pretty terrible. Hero of Cress as well? Free all residents of Cress? Oh, and Hero of Phantasy. Hey, free all residents.
Now we have the classic gathering of characters you've met through your journey and everybody's celebrating. We've saved the world. Good job, Klonoa. Or have we?
Oh.
There's still one more boss to go in the story. This big fat shadow bunny. He's actually pretty cool looking, to be honest. And for this fight, we need to grab moves and throw them into cannons. 5 cannons that have to be fired at the same time, whilst dodging all these attacks. My, what a long tongue you have.
Yes. There we go. Wait. That was it. One-shot him. No second phase? Uh-oh. Oh, okay, here's the second phase. There we go. There we go. Oh my, I was one hit away from death. Okay, I think there's another phase. Oh my god. Nightmare Crystal. Defeat Nahatum.
Woo! Now that that's over, Hupo decides to be the hero and wants us to shoot him straight into this giant demon. Now the final boss is dead, and the damsel in distress is saved, and Hupo is actually alive.
This is intense. Can you pull him up, please? Oh, fear.
But unfortunately, we're left with a sour taste in our mouth, as Klonoa cannot stay in this world as he is not from this world and he has to leave all his friends behind. But the world is saved at least. But for us to be finished with this game, there's one more thing for us to do. The extra vision, which is basically a challenge level. So, incoming frustration.
Ow. No! No! What happened there? Oh my god. Oh no! I hate you. No, 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 no. Oh my god, this is too intense. No! 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 My brain can't keep up. Oh. Oh my days. No! Come on! That was the one, man. No. Oh, God. No! No! Yes! Oh, finally! Oh, it's lava there! Damn, okay.
And from there onwards, I finally made it to the top and claimed my virtual trophy.
Yes, Baloo's Tears. Complete the extra vision. And the music player, which I really couldn't care less about. Let's be honest. On to the second game.
Klonoa is here once again in another world, ready to save it. And straight away we're meeting two main characters, Liarina and Tat, who are kind of like anti-heroes. And we're rescued by our main good guys, Lola and Popka. Now the gameplay is pretty much the same as before, but there are a lot more mechanics and cool little things in this game, such as these traversal segments, where most of the time you're on a hoverboard, but for some reason we're on a weird alien manta ray bird thing. Now we meet a mysterious kind of monk guy called Baguji, who explains that we need to get elements from 4 bells. There's our main goal established for us, or in other words, just complete every level. In this second game, they've added this cool Mario-style map for level select, which is a lot cooler and a nice upgrade from the first game. But anyways, first boss.
Yeah, nice. Yay, is that it already? Yeah, that was it. Nice. Defender of Tranquility, bronze trophy.
Boss down, and we smack our first bell to gain our first element. But of course, our very naive heroes get it stolen off them by Tat. Then Popka makes a pathetic attempt to get it back, and Tat splits into 2, which gives us the option for 2 levels to choose from. Now, do you remember in the first game where I mentioned about the missable collectibles? These are the levels I was talking about. There's quite a few of these hoverboard levels in Klonoa 2, and you can't stop moving forward, so the collectibles are very much missable.
No! No!
Luckily for us, on this specific hoverboard level, we can be really slow on purpose to then loop back around. We do not get this good fortune in certain levels later though.
Yes!
Here we have the fight with Leptio the Flower Clown, and you just have to throw things at him. Moves specifically. You have to find the real one and then knock him over. He'll change and go into a big spiky ball or whatever. And then once you hit that, you just have to throw moves at him across the arena.
Hey, that's it. Another boss down and another trophy. Speak of the devil, champion of joy.
Now, after defeating that menace, we can ring the bell and gain our second element and move on to Volk City. This was a really cool level with lots of cool mechanics, as you see here. A new mechanic that makes the game vertical.
No! No!
There are 2 levels in Volk City, and our objective here is to shut down 2 reactors. And while going through the city and the underground of the city, we eventually meet Tat again, which makes for a small boss fight.
This is great. Oh, yes, I worked. Oh, that was it. Hey, my honey bunny. Collect 6 Mommet dolls. That's half of the collectibles done.
Next up, another boss fight against mobile tank Biscash.
Oh, what a shot. Oh my god. Vision clear. Queller of Discord, bronze trophy, defeat mobile tank Biscash.
Things go badly, as Liarina gets her hands on a ring just like Klonoa's. So now we've got more levels to go through, and we're essentially following Liarina as we go through another hoverboard level with those damn missable collectibles.
No! Yes!
Next up, we have a boss fight against Palant the Hatchling. This is actually a very fun fight, as it's a fight on the hoverboard. And then there's another boss fight like this later.
Oh my god. See ya. Oh, double hit. Oh, get wrecked. Oh, Dispeller of Indecision. Beat Pollant, the hatchling.
Next, we can hit another bell and get our third piece of element, as Leorina had taken the fourth. And we give them to Baguji. But oh wait, it's actually Leorina in disguise, and now she has all four. After losing everything we've worked for, we now have to go back to levels we've already done before, but they're hard versions of these levels. It's a pretty cool concept, and I guess it's fitting to the story, but it could just be laziness from the devs, who knows. But not before long, she's activated the power of the element, which gives us the fifth bell and the final story levels.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, okay. No. Yes.
Now with that annoying collectible finally in our clutches, Leorina threatens us with the power she has now newly gained, and then she starts pooping lasers at her butt. And for some reason, transforms into this monstrosity of character design. What were they thinking? Now it was time for Klonoa to release his inner Muhammad Ali and uppercut Leorina into oblivion. And soon after, she decides to digivolve, and then we put the gloves back on to finish her off.
Bewitched Leorina, Silver Train.
Now after that, it's time to revisit yet another level and destroy all three engines of the Ark. So we'll complete 3 puzzles involving an enemy called a Boomy, launching these poor little guys into the engine to blow them up. But thanks to Leorina and Tat, who we're now friends with, we can reach the final 2 levels. And one of those happens to be a hoverboard level.
Oh no, not one of these levels again.
But you know what? This one was actually really fun, because if you missed a collectible, we could just dive off face first and start from a checkpoint.
Yeah, we did it. Ooh, my sweetheart, that's gotta be for all the dolls. Yes, collect all Mommet dolls.
Now we meet the final boss of the game, the King of Sorrow, and we find out he's the one that brought Klonoa here, and was disguised as Baguji this whole time. This boss was nice and simple, especially for a final boss. We've got a combination of all the boss fights so far.
Nice. Oh no, that was it. The end of Tears. Defeat the King of Sorrow.
Next, we hit that final bell, make friends with the King of Sorrow, save the world, and have to say our goodbyes. And then, you know what time it is.
Oh no. There we go. Okay. Victory. Hey, not bad, not bad. Conqueror of Chamber of Fun. Complete the Chamber of Fun. One more trophy to go.
Okay, next up is the Chamber of Horrors, also known as, oh my god, why are you making me do this for my platinum right at the end?
Oh, so close.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
I made it. I made it. And I panicked. Come on. Yes.
Nope.
No. Yes! Yes, I've done it, finally. Finally. Conqueror of Chamber of Horrors. Finish that annoying level. And bada bing bada boom. The Dream Traveler. Ooh, that's sexy new animation as well. Collect all trophies, 100%. Phew! I'm sweating after that one.
We hope you enjoyed that one, and as always, thank you so much for watching, and please click some more videos here. Check out the channel.